My name is Fernando Branco. I was president of the European Council of Civil Engineers in the term 12-14, I would say, to defend and to try to solve the problems of civil engineers in Europe, and essentially to increase or to have a better image of civil engineering in Europe. Because today what civil engineer does, it's considered as banal, is normal. And people is not aware of the effort and the quality of the work that civil engineers do to have a better world. ECCE feels the real problems of civil engineers, but only civil engineers. There are other associations that lead with several types of engineers, but we work essentially with civil engineers. And like that, we can defend better ourselves from our professions and discuss our problems. ECCE is the only association that I feel that tries to solve problems of civil engineers. I would say that all members of ECCE were my friends. And some of them I kept the contact. I think it was quite a good time in terms of friendship and to overcome the problem that in reality civil engineers are different across Europe. But with discussion and presenting the situations, we could all be friends and solve our different problems. I think that it was quite important that ECCE became quite known in Brussels. We need to be the leaders of civil engineering problems in Brussels. We need to be the leaders on discussing the investments in construction in Europe. So that is important. Another thing is we need to reach the civil engineers themselves. We need to show that ECCE exists and after invite all the individual members to have discussions of the problems. I think there is a big gap here, and that is something that is important to solve, not in the next 40 years, I will say next 5 years. We need to show that civil engineering is a modern job. We need to show the students that digital transformation is the basic thing. We don't want more civil engineering putting bricks in walls. Now, that is quite out of date civil engineering. Buildings must be built in factories like cars. Site work must be reduced to a minimum, to be implemented the minimum from elements that are brought from the factories. I would like that ECCE would be the leader of the new ideas of civil engineering. They need to find people with new ideas that would make reports to show new ways for ECCE, and with these new ways, with new ideas, ECCE should go to the students, to the individual engineers, and to Brussels, and to ask money or development way to implement those ideas. We are in the process of clearly changing the construction method. Civil engineers must be adapted and prepared to big changes in the construction methods, in design methods, in the quite close future. We need really to change our profession because it's the only way to develop. Look, today we have an enormous problem with housing all over Europe. We need to build more houses quicker and cheaper. And this can only be done using factory process. ECCE could be a leader in promoting this.